Hello everyone, welcome to ITM University Online. The topic we are going to have a brief idea on what is a fixed income security. Again, we'll go by the roadmap how to go about it. First one, what is the importance or significance of this topic? Second, what is this fixed income security? Third, what is bond pricing? How is bonds priced? Fourth, what are the theories behind bond yield? Broadly, there are two theories. We'll get back in detail. Let's go back and re-summarize. First one, why should I study this topic? Or what is the key takeaway from this topic? Before we get into that, why should we go for fixed income securities? There are three words. Let us split. What is that? It is a security where your income generation is fixed. So that is a fixed income security. Can you give us an example? Yes, sure. What is the answer? The answer is if you buy a government bond or if you buy a treasury bill, normally known as T-bill, or if you buy guaranteed bonds or debentures, all those are income generating securities where the income generation is already known or it is fixed. To put things in more simpler manner, let us take an example. Invest in Government of India bond for 5 years at 8% per annum. As simple as that. Now what is that? You are given an advertisement or there is an advertisement. You are trying to go through that. What is the key takeaway from it? It says it is a Government of India offering instrument, which means there is guarantee. Next, what is the aspect? It gives a promised return of 8%. So, if I am an investor who is looking at safety, more importantly, what I will do? I will invest in fixed income instruments, or the example what we said just now, I will invest some proportion of my money in buying the government bond. Why am I doing that? As I already mentioned, I am not a risk-taking person. I want minimum guaranteed returns. So, whatever money I invest, I'll get 8% whether the market goes up or market goes down. What is the market? The stock market. So that is not at all affecting us. So we'll try to understand what is a fixed income security. It is a security where the income generation capacity is fixed. Then we'll also try to understand how to price a bond. So what is a bond? Difference between bond and debentures. Bond is fixed income generating instruments issued by government, whereas if the same fixed income instruments are issued by private entities other than government, they are called as debentures. So, if companies are planning to raise funds through debentures or bonds, there is something known as what is the price should I pay or what is the price should I charge from both parties. So, you will be trying to get a fair idea on how to compute or how to value a bond. What is the price of the bond? In this context, we'll try to get some more information on present value technique. So, what is a present value technique? What is the value of the money today, which is expected to be received in future? So, after 10 years, if I receive 10 lakh rupees, what is that 10 lakh rupees today? That computation is known as present value technique. That is a fundamental principle lying behind bond valuation or bond pricing. So we'll do in detail whether what is a bond pricing in if it is issued at a premium, if it is issued at a discount, if it is issued at par, all those details. Next, we'll try to understand what is the curve, what is the bond yield. So yield means what is the return you are generating from bond? It is normally known as yield. It is already fixed, we know it. But there is a theory or there are theories which says that higher is the tenure of the bond, higher will be the interest rate. So what do you mean by tenure? Period. So if a 10-year bond is there, 15-year bond is there, 20-year bond is there, the interest rate which is promised will also be different. Why it is different? We will understand and study in detail. I'll just give you the two terminologies or two theories behind it. They are liquidity preference theory and market segmentation theory. So takeaways from understanding this topic. Point number 1, what is a fixed income security? What are the different sources wherein I can invest in fixed income securities? Point number 2, what is the price of the bond? How to compute bond pricing? What are the different techniques involved in it? Third, what is a bond yield? How to compute the bond duration? What is the actual yield versus real yield? And what are the theories behind this bond yield curve? It will have an upward slope. So how this is happening? We will try to understand from theory, and at the end we will also take up practical information from probably US Federal Reserve or from RBI. Then we will try to do a practical aspect where we will try to understand whether this theory holds true in light. So what are the two theories? The two theories are market segmentation theory and liquidity preference theory. So these are the two propelling theories which says higher is the tenure of the bond, higher should be the interest rate. Now let us take an example. Let us have a scenario where Government of India is coming out with 10-year bond at a price of 900 rupees. 10-year bond at a price of 900 rupees and the interest rate is 10%. So as we said, there are two theories, 10-year 10%, 10-year 9% per annum interest. Is it attractive? We have to wait and watch. Is it not attractive? We cannot answer because we have to do some computation. So we will also do the computation. Now we will understand what is this liquidity preference theory. It says this 10-year you have to block the money. You cannot withdraw from it. If you are blocking, you should be given some incentive so that you are ready to block this money. Otherwise, you can invest in a real estate and get more returns. So I have to attract you. I means the bond issuer or the Government of India has to give you a decent interest rate or a decent coupon rate. Another name for interest rate is coupon rate. Why? What is the ultimate objective? The ultimate objective is there is something known as investor will have liquidity preferences. So he wants his money to be quickly turned back. He wants to get it back. So in order to retain that longer tenure, I should compensate the investor by giving a better return. So 9%, again, this is the proposal by the Government of India which is given to you. You want to take it? Fair. But do this calculation. What is the calculation? Can I block this money for next 10 years? Or can I get a return higher than 9% if I invest this money in another aspect? If you are getting an answer, then you will understand you are having a liquidity preference theory, and the bond issuer should understand, oh, customers are looking for higher returns. So they also will be interested in pushing the returns upward. So from 9% to probably 10% or so. So remember, liquidity preference theory means investor will have preference over liquidity. So in order to catch that aspect, government or the issuer should give higher returns. Second, what is market segmentation theory? Market is segmented in different. Some investors are looking for short term. Some investors are looking for long term. Some investors are looking for medium term. You cannot take everyone's idea in the same route because different people will have different ideas, different segments would be created. So focusing on that market segment, the interest rate or the coupon rate will be established. So if there are long-term players, then you can understand these people want money for long term. You can give them at much better, decent rates because they need it. But if you give a short-term investor lucrative returns, he is not going to stay with you. He will not invest with you because his objective is not long-term, his objective is short-term. So what I am trying to say is fixed income securities are best suited for long-term investment options. Second, fixed income securities are in securities which guarantee fixed returns. Third, fixed income securities are priced in an appropriate manner that we will try to study, but the fundamental principle is principle of compounding and principle of discounting. Last but not the least, this bond yield or bond returns are priced or calculated after understanding two theories, that is market segmentation theory and liquidity preference theory. So you as an investor, you as a businessman, you as a manager, you as a household will be also looking into these aspects before you get into fixed income securities. Therefore, as I mentioned in the beginning, the importance of this subject or the scope of this subject is very wide and vast. We will try to cover up as many situations, as many scenarios as possible and get a in-depth knowledge about it. Thank you.